Welcome to Thriving with Chiropractic, where Dr. Mosier from Mosier Family Chiropractic shares a variety of topics designed to empower, inspire, and give hope. Take a few notes and enjoy the lesson.
Well, hey folks, Dr. Mosier here, and I have Rita Links with me, and I am so glad that you're joining me on the show. We're actually showing off some of our merchandise, which I wonder where we get this merchandise from.
I believe Link's Clothing and Shoes on the square.
Well, by George, we do. Which actually, now that I'm thinking about it, we just put in an order, how many? 300?
Almost 300 t-shirts.
And we're just going to give them to patients.
Yes.
And this is actually, I believe this is last year's?
Mm-hmm.
I believe.
Yes.
And then we also, you guys do embroidery, so we get some hats from you guys, and then of course we do have the sweatshirts.
And don't forget, empower, inspire, and hope.
Yes, yes. I like how you had that in there.
Yeah.
Now, we came into town. Elle and I, we were as nervous as all get out.
Mm-hmm.
And what we did is we went to store, just trying to introduce ourselves to business owners.
I remember.
And I remember I walked into, the clothing store, your clothing store, and I was scared to death.
Why?
I don't know. You have this intimidating.
Oh, I'm so intimidating.
I walked in and I thought, oh, she's going to beat the tar out of me.
Oh, goodness.
But you were so nice to us and so welcoming us to this community.
Mm-hmm.
And we've developed a relationship over the years. You started coming in, and we started working together on different projects.
Right.
We have a sweater together.
Yes.
Where, someone buys a sweatshirt, right, and then that money, and you help us with this because you do it at wholesale and
Yes.
everything. That way, the extra money goes towards kids getting a
Mm-hmm.
sweatshirt. Buy one, give one, sort of thing.
Yes.
And it's a really neat program, and we actually drive around the county dropping these sweatshirts off. And
With my directing him.
yes. Very, very much a mom-son relationship we have, where you're like, no, turn left here, turn right, or wherever.
You need to slow down.
And I always have to put my seatbelt on too.
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
So your store is kind of like a pillar of our community, right? I love how you have it painted on the outside, how it looks inside. How long have you had this?
Since 2006.
2006.
We
which
celebrated 16 years in January.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you're like a teenager.
Kinda, yeah.
And that is a really big building.
It is a huge building, and we have tons of stuff in it.
Nice.
Yeah.
So why a clothing store?
Well, I have always loved fashion.
Mm-hmm.
I worked for a retailer before I bought the store, and that gave me my love for retail and wanting to help others find pretty clothes and accessories and things like that.
Nice. And then you have guys like me. Well, I don't even know my size of my wife's size, and I don't know what she likes. Can you pick something out?
I sure can.
And you've helped me out quite a number of times.
I have a gentleman that comes in every holiday, and I pick out stuff for his wife for him. And I saw her the other day, and he got her something for Valentine's Day, and she says, "Thank you for my red dress." And I said, "Oh, that wasn't me. That was all Dave. You give him all the credit."
Nice.
But we like to help people do things like that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of helping, like I mentioned, we do the sweater together.
Mm-hmm.
I am not the only business that you have partnered with. What are some of the other things that you do for the community, especially sports teams and everything?
Well, for the sports teams, whenever they win a sectional or regional or something like that, we will either go to the game and leave and go to the store and start making shirts for them, or we will be listening to multiple games at the same time and have our presses on and ready, and then we make up shirts to donate to the team managers and the coaches, and we deliver those to the various schools. Then we also set up an online store and take orders for that shirt and donate a portion of each shirt sold back to the team.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's like a win-win-win.
absolutely.
There was one year I remember, and I can't remember which year, the girls' basketball teams, all three won sectionals.
Yes,
You were busy.
we were super busy, and I believe that's the same year that the Salem Lady Lions went to state.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And we made shirts for their sectional champs, for their regional champs, their semi-state champs, and we went to the state championship game to watch them, and it was a pretty cool deal.
So you are heavily involved in the community, and I hate to even say the word or bring it up, but 2020 was an interesting year.
Yes, it was.
How did you? I think this displays your leadership in the community, because you were able to, even with these restrictions and all that, pivot. And I think, to me, I think you did a really good job. Do you want to touch on how you
Well,
did that?
we actually had to close our store to in-person shopping, and that was just horrible. We couldn't interact with anybody. We couldn't have anybody come in the store because of safety guidelines and all that. So I decided to start doing these Facebook Live demonstrations of some of our clothes, and we offer curbside pickup. People could call in, or they could just pull up and call me, and I would run stuff out to them. And we did that for 2.5 months, trying to stay afloat.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I think you've not only stayed afloat, but you really have thrived.
Well, we also, during that time, started our online stores for fundraisers and just different activities, and that has been tremendous for us.
Wow.
Tremendous. It was a game changer.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'm really glad to hear that. I kind of touched on this earlier, but you've been coming for a while. Do you care to share what brought you into the office and why you became
I sure will.
a practice member?
I've had trouble with my back for many, many years, and it would go out, and it would be so bad that I could not walk. And that's what started me coming here. And you worked on me, and I very seldom, knock on wood, have any back problems. You've also helped me with my ear drainage problems, because my ears continually bother me, and you help with that. You've helped with my arthritis. You've helped tremendously with my acid reflux and my stomach issues. So I want to thank you for that.
Well, thank you. You're welcome. Well, but that allows you to be more efficient.
Yes.
I know probably running a very busy store with multiple staff and everything, that you had to just grin and bear with the
Yes.
ear, with the acid reflux. You just went on.
Sometimes it's hard to do anything when you don't feel good. So chiropractic care has really helped me with that.
Well, thank you. And thank you for joining me on this show. Thank you for joining us in our mission to help other people, especially with the Sweater Together.
Yes.
It's my honor and my
Well,
pleasure.
It's my pleasure to help in any way I can.
Thank you.
If you found value in this video, please comment and let us know your biggest takeaway. We also ask that you don't keep this information to yourself. We ask that you share it with your friends and family by simply clicking the share button below.